Kirsch.
St Mary's by 39.
Buzz.
St Mary's by 3 goals.
St Mary's for me as well. I reckon they win this one by 27 points. First quarter, thanks to Harvey Norman. We get underway here at Anthony Costa Oval. Here's Jason Doherty.
Jaden Symes goes up against Conway in the middle, and Symes tried to get it down. It's in the glue pot. Coming across Slocum off the wing. He handballs it away for West. Gets it back towards Jang. He can't take it with him. Kick off the ground came from David Handley for the Giants. They try and move it forward. They do now. Kick came out quickly from Lockie Handley. Goes across half forward for them. Coming out at pace. Couldn't take it was Collins. And running the other way, the Marys go straight down the middle towards centre half forward. No mark taken. And there was out the back towards Dylan McMahon, who goes from right half forward. He chips the ball over the top. It might be okay. No mark taken. And there will be play on the call close to the 10-metre square in front of it. And a slip over. And that came from Tom Lang. And it's out of bounds in the end. And
you reckon we've
just 23?
That's Peter Dowling.
I was going to say, I thought it was wearing 23.
We got thrown under a bus there by Trav Robertson.
Robertson's thrown us right under.
Robbo.
Boundary throw in. Left forward pocket right beside the behind post. It's a shallow throw in. Symes on the tap down. Huppats with the clearing kick towards half back. Back with the flight. Well judged. Nice mark there by Burke. A Hamlin hanger contender earlier. That's a good grab. Gives a handball off to Blood. Just cruising past. Round the back. He'll send it long. Top of the square. Not a great kick. Jang couldn't mark. Front of the pack. Sherman, the poacher, across the face of goal. Couldn't kick the goal for St Mary's. He's got a behind on the board. Our first score on the Harvey Norman K-Rock scoreboard. St Mary's are one behind Geelong West. Yet to score. A minute and a half ticked over on the Total Tools time clock.
So the Giants to bring it back in, and they go wide. It was Frangos who got it, who was kicking in. They go out further afield. Just hold the ball up, still in between the back pocket and half back. They're just going to chip it around the corner. Frangos again, under pressure and pushed out by Rayner over the boundary line, and they're going to throw the ball in. So it didn't quite work out the way the Giants expected there across half back. So throw in, Symes and Conway. Ruck work. Conway in front, gets it down. Roved. St Mary's get it inside 50 again. Dowling comes out, meets it, needs some support. There's lots of Giants around it. Ball comes back, out the back, close to 50. Blood over the top of it. He needs to Handley, gets it away. David over the top with a handball. Under pressure, Rayner with a tackle again, close to the boundary line. And Augarina's there as well. He can't see it any further forward. It's about 45 out from the St Mary's goal, and we're going to have a ball up.
So we're
Quick weather.
down here, Buzz.
Sorry, can you quick weather update? The wind's picked up significantly since the start of the game, pushing right across towards GMHBA Stadium.
Yeah, I reckon a lot of play on that outer wing today. Sam Conway wrapped up in a tackle. Symes overrang the footy. Jang picks it up for the Giants, jams it on the boot, but has kicked it basically into GMHBA Stadium. It was a real mishit from Emmanuel Jang.
Bounced off the tower.
And he's put it into the trees, circling Anthony Costa Oval, and the ball come back to Max Orgarinos for a free kick. One back Gully Plant Farm matchup. Just anything you picked up early, Kirsch?
Youngwood gone to Dowling up forward. No surprises. McMullen gone to Collins at the other end.
Paddy Dowling rocking a bit of the moulet as well. He's obviously picked something up while he's been in Adelaide. Orgarinos will come off his mark, a high kick. They'll compete top of the square. A Jang was there. No, great Roby McMahon. Front of the pack. Nice finish. Dylan McMahon. Johnny on the spot, left foot snap, kicks an early contender for the Lammy's Tavern goal of the day. Just hit it at pace, front of the pack, was on the move, snapped it gold, and St Mary's have got the first on the major on the board. 1-1-7, the Saints. Geelong West yet to score, opening quarter, thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Just a little bit of a panicky mistake then from Jang that put it out and gave them the opportunity for a repeat inside 50.
He needed to keep that Mulwar in South Australia.
He did. Paddy. He didn't play for Port Adelaide, did he?
That's no good.
No,
That's
definitely Glenelg. Was
Look at that. That's bogan.
I'll tell you what, Ben Maloney looks like he's sporting something too. He's in his 30s now, Ben. I don't know if he needs to grow up a little bit. Is he shaved the sides or something?
Mr. T sort of style.
What?
There's something going on at St Mary's. We'll get to the bottom of that. Ball from the middle for the Giants goes towards half forward. Handball came quickly out the back by Ling. That's roved through the middle. Handball came from Huppets. Inside 50. Getting back might be okay too. And getting back there is Moi Moi. How good is that for Collingwood?
Great game.
Boy.
Yep. Ling's got the job on him.
So he's going to have a set shot for goal from about 35 out, 45 to Grangle. That's going to be a tough kick with the breeze, I suspect. We'll see how he goes. With Philip Moy. The city end of the ground, Anthony Costa Oval. Reply for the Giants, possibly here. Comes in, right foot kick into the breeze.
Oh, it's gone straight through.
Nice.
Yeah.
Straight through.
No problems at all with it.
Philip Moy kicks his first, kicks the Giants first. 1 straight 6. St Mary's 1-1-7. And that's on the Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard. And here, for Wilson's Real Estate, Wilson's Real Estate, Geelong Property, done properly, Matt Kershaw.
We were speaking earlier on before the game that they like to possess the ball, Geelong West, but at the moment all we've been seeing is a propensity to kick the ball at any opportunity and get the ball forward. So maybe a little bit of change in style to try and get the opposition out early.
Back in the middle, Conway to go against Symes. Conway, the taller, winning the tap down. Benson barging through, couldn't take the footy. Ball spills nicely. McMahon jammed it on the boot. Kick towards centre half forward. Bounces over the head of Rayner. Rolls inside forward 50. Attacked by Akarachi. Gave it to Sherman. Sherman 25 out. Makes no mistake. Nice finish from one of the classier finishers in the GFL in Zach Sherman. He kicks the second. Quick reply came in about 22 seconds. St Mary's now 2-1-13. Geelong West 1 straight 6.5 minutes gone. Opening term. Total Tools time clock. Total Tools, every tool for every trade.
Fair luxury having Dowling and Sherman on your half forward flank, isn't it? Can't give him some time, can't give him some space.
Fair half forward line.
Chuck in young McMahon there, that earlier front and centre. Yeah, they're pretty potent when the ball hits ground.
Back to the middle. So goal for goal here in the first 7 minutes of the first term. Falls to Conway in the ruck, who gets it down. McMahon, there he is, and he plays on. He just wants to drive it long towards the forward pocket position. Coming out the back, the Giants working hard for it, close to the boundary line. It might be over in the end, in fact it is. And not being able to keep it in there is Ned Shannon. So we'll have a boundary throw in about 45 around from the St Mary's goal. Kick into the swimming pool end of this first term. Ruck contest. Symes for the Giants over the back of he and also Conway. Ball across half back for the Giants. The kick is a free kick for a push. I think it's going to go to the Giants. They're going to play advantage. They are. They're going to run through the middle and they're going to go quickly through Lovell, who tries to go towards centre half forward. McMullen over the back for St Mary's. Does nicely. Gets it out wide. Batson gets it towards half forward, but the Giants got numbers behind the ball. And taking that mark is Buck.
Buck at right half back. Handball off. Chance to clear. You got it over the top to Jake Wood. And ball now on the outer wing. Eastman shares it with Little in front of the scoreboard that shows a 7-point lead for St Mary's. Came back inboard to Huppert's. Huppert's handball under pressure, missed its target. Trying to work his way through was Farrell for Geelong West. Couldn't take it. There's actually going to be a free kick going which way? Out the full is the decision from the boundary umpire, and Farrell will be the recipient of the free kick at right half forward for Geelong West. He sends it inside forward 50, looking for a lead fly. No mark taken there by Collins, off hands and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. St Mary's by 7 in this opening term, thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. And another boundary throw-in as the Geelong Flyer works its way past the Geelong cricket ground. Conway front position against Collins. Ball's allowed to hit the ground. Here's Damien McMahon hitting it at pace at centre half back and driving a kick to centre half forward.
And he goes there now, trying to take the mark, was not. He couldn't do so. Comes back towards centre wing. Dylan McMahon, can he pick it up? He can't. He can now. Could have given it to Blood. He elects to go to Damien McMahon, who takes the mark in the middle for St Mary's. Drives it towards half forward. Has to be a good kick. Was that a hold? The umpire said yes, it was. And St Mary's going to take the free kick, and it's going to be Shannon with it, and he will shoot the goal from 45 out. And Frangos can't believe it, but I think it was there. So Ned Shannon, 45 out, 45 degree angle, comes in, left foot kick, and it has not held its line, and it's through 4-1 behind, so 2-2-14 Desmond, 2-2-14 St Mary's. West Giants 1 straight 6. We played 9.5 in this first term. Thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all your big brands at Geelong's best prices.
The short kick into the left-back pocket came from Frangos. He got it to Buck. Buck goes back to Frangos inside his defensive goal square. Finding it hard to get out here. Geelong West, they'll just need to be patient. They like tacking into the breeze. He's confronted, has to give a handball off back to Buck. Buck in the left back pocket. A high kick towards half-back, asking a lot there of the flying Farrell. He couldn't take the markers off the hands of the pack, but a chance to clear. Now it's Taylor banging it on the boot to a one-on-one. Moi involved, knocked away from him by Ling. Front of the pack, driven in the tackle by Hanley. And on hands and knees getting to his feet is Harry McMahon, and we'll get a ball up. Just in front of our best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Umpire Riches will put it into the air for Symes and Conway to go at it again. Conway, with strength, pushed him out of the way, grabbed the footy, and then had a fresh area as he tried to kick. And there'll be a free kick for holding the ball. Symes quickly, handball off. Taylor's kick on the bounce did his teammate no favours. He's wrapped up instantaneously in a tackle. That's not coming out. And we will get a ball up. And that was taking the ball. Barnes, the recruit from Hamilton, the Hamilton Kangaroos, playing now in the Hamden League.
Symes gets it down towards, coming off the wing was Handley, falls into the middle, and there will be a pack develop on centre wing. I think we're going to have a ball up here again. We will. There's lots of, we've got the St Mary's bench right in front of us here. There's things going on everywhere. So Caden Rayner gives the ball back to umpire Riches. Now the ball comes down to Benson, gives it away quickly. Sherman with a bit of candy, lost the footy though in the candy. Needs to get it up. The Jang over the top of him. Benson on hands and knees, rips himself up and then loses the headband. Oh no, he's lost the headband. What's going to happen? He's going to have, and he's lost the footy as well because it's holding the ball. So Jang will take the free kick and it'll take him an hour and a half to find the headband. It's been flicked off. So Jang at half back now for the Giants. Not much though. St Mary's have filed back nicely here. He goes long down the line towards half forward, over the head of Peel, and at the back they just stand in line and Burke takes the mark.
Yeah, very competent down back, Sam Burke, since coming in and filling a role vacated by the injury to Riley Hall that ended his season. The Achilles kick to Benson, who marks at the interchange gates, right in front of Josh Conway, who's down boundary side for Loco Sportswear, team apparel for champion teams. Benson driving a kick to half forward onto the chest of Maloney. Good spoiler, Jang. Front of the pack, chance here for Max Kelly. Kelly into the middle of the ground, finds a marking option in Lovell. Lovell sends it wide for Moi. Moi took the mark, burst away from Peck from 40 metres out, pulled the kick across the face of goal. No mark taken there by Collins. St Mary's have got numbers, including Jasker with a cool head. Kick for Connors, who took it on the bounce for St Mary's. And then his wide ball that went over the head of Damien McMahon. It can, even if you're the home team, it can catch you out the narrowness of Anthony Costa Oval, and there'll be a free kick for Moi for Geelong West, with the man on the mark standing at about 50.
He goes now. Oh, actually, he has to come back and kick over his mark. So he's basically in the car park now as he takes his kick. Philip Moi.
Interesting, Benson's had the last two clearances whilst Hanley's been off the ground. They have gone to each other at the stoppages.
So Moi's got it now. Right half forward, city end of the ground. Long, he's kicked that out of bounds as well, so St Mary's are going to have the resultant free kick. So a bit of breeze out there, as Buzz said earlier, and going to the outer side. So they're going to chip the ball over the top Connors. That's better, and be able to move the footy possibly along the line. And they're called to play on, so they go to centre wing with the kick. Looking for Conway, it goes up, but side of the pack does nicely, and the mark has been taken by Wood. Jake Wood on centre wing, goes towards half forward. Big pack there, Collins was up. No mark taken. Falls to the front of the pack. Through the middle there was Farrell. Goes towards goals, and I think it's a nice mark taken by Sean Barnes in the right forward pocket for Geelong West.
I reckon that was Huppert's kick that found him too, Jace.
Yeah, and he's done well. Just straight out of the pack, and then Barnes in the right forward pocket will shoot for goal from only about 12 metres out. And tightish angle. He comes in, he keeps it low, and he's missed. So there you go. That's not great for Geelong West. They go to 1-1-7. Trail St Mary's 2-2-14. Desmond, 14.5 played first term. Harvey Norman, K-Rock scoreboard.
Just waiting for the ball to come back. But have you seen the contest early through your eyes, Kirsch, for Wilson's Real Estate?
What I have seen is Geelong West obviously maybe going away from their general style and maybe that longer kick, particularly into their forward half of the ground. Have they got the personnel to take that mark up forward? Probably not. They hit Peel up several times last week on the hit up, and he took 11 marks. They're not probably playing that style at the moment.
Ling short with a kick in, and Benson has marked as a well-weighted kick from Harry Ling onto the chest of Harry Benson. Thanks to KFC too, of course, supporters of the K-Rock Football Twitter and feeding us here on match day. Kick to the wing, Dowling, nice strong grab in front of the Jang, right in front of our best seats in the house. Swings onto his left boot, looking for a one-on-one. Damien McMahon front position, couldn't take the mark. Defensively, it was well played there by Hugh Collins, was able to try and lock the footy up, but it has spilled out now, out the side door. Chance now for St Mary's. Getting to his feet, Blood was outstanding. Handball back to Knott. Maloney heard the voice of Orgarinos in front of the past players, sends it towards the top of the goal square. Trying to spoil rather than mark was Lang. Front of the pack, McMahon also there, Rayner. But St Mary's, Geelong West have got numbers, although McMahon stolen it back. Handball back, Benson a snap, Benson open, goal, carry, yes. Nice, classy finish from Harry Benson. Good snap, Lammy's Tavern, goal of the day contender. Not easy to do from that distance, Kirsch. Hop, bend it across your body and get the purchase on the ball, and St Mary's have got their third. 3-2-20, plays 1-1-7 in this opening term, thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
I think the difference we're seeing at the moment is when the ball goes into one forward line and it hits the ground, one defence is easily running it out. That's St Mary's. They don't have that small forward, that pressure forward down at Geelong West end, whereas it goes to the other end, St Mary's, they've got numbers everywhere, front and centre. They're getting repeat entries, they're having multiple shots on goals. That's the difference at the moment.
So not having a run on the ruck now for St Mary's, up against Symes. They go up, Knock gets it down nicely. Oh, Benson gets his head ripped off. And we'll get a free kick.
Hasn't rotated yet, Symes.
Goes now with the handball. Orgarinas gets it, right foot kick, inside 50, Dowling resting down there, falls to the back of the pack. The Giants try and switch it out towards Buck. Now they go over the top, they've lost the footy, left foot kick back, Batson just on the ground, and he's missed to the near side and through for one behind. So we go to 3-3, 21 St Mary's, lead Giants 1-1-7, 17 played first term. Frangos short little kick in, dangerous, turn the ball over, they're going to muck it up, the handball comes back towards Maloney, he can't take it though, so they might have a bit of time to go and fix it up. Huppets gets it out wide, and they're away now, the Giants from half back.
They are. The kick might have been Wood sending it wide, but he's put it out on the full. In fact, it was Collins, and it's going to be a free kick out there.
It's a third already.
Harry McMahon short to Orgarinos. Orgarinos back to Harry McMahon, cruising past. He shares it by hand to Ling. Ling drives a kick inside forward 50. Front position flying and marking Dowling. Oh, although the ankle as he came down, just a little maybe stinger, as he might have just got a little bit of a jar on it. He should be okay. It is his left, which he kicks with. So we'll keep an eye on that for St John of God, Buzz. Hopefully nothing too serious, but Paddy Dowling is having an impact on his return from Glenelg the Sandford for St Mary's. He'll have a shot at the Saints' fourth and a 20-point lead. And we're not even into time on in the opening term. He'll kick from about 35, started at left, and that is where it stayed, through for a behind. And that is for Paddy Dowling. His first score back in the navy blue and green. 3-4-22 St Mary's, Geelong West 1-1-7 opening term on the Total Tools time clock, just ticking over 18 minutes.
Frangos from fullback plays on, goes to the outer side, long kick towards centre wing, long and wide.
That's the
They're going to have to work that out. The wind is going that side, boys. I think you might have to bring it in a little bit, and it's out of bounds on the full.
No, it's just bounced inside the field of play, Jace.
Oh, has it? Oh, yep.
Oh, he's very lucky. Trent McMahon's trying to get the footy for the umpire, so just inside. So will be a boundary throw in. So a better result
Kirsch,
than what it could have been. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, Jace. Kirsch just mentioned Jaden Symes before. He's come off for his first spell at Jang. As you can see in this contest, has taken his spot.
Just Buzz keeping that up to date on the boundary line. Now the ball turns over for St Mary's. McMullen takes it, goes along the line, and they just settle play down. Now Orgarinos goes, turns and wheels and goes towards centre half forward over the back of the pack. No mark taken. Handball with Arkarachi, gets it around. They go back towards the top of the 50, but they've turned it over again, and West will be able to take it through Huppets.
Been omnipresent Lockie Huppert's had a good year on the TAC stats tracker. Very talented player. Kick inside, defensive 50, a high ball to the wing, but they're queuing up, and Peck on debut takes a nice mark. Lockie Peck, son of Paul, former Saint star. Kick towards the top of the 50, Lang front position, spoiled from behind by Bannister. Hands and knees front of the pack, might have been Rayner trying to flick a handball up. It's going to fall now for Taylor of Geelong West. His kick, though, that was intended for Farrell, didn't end up with resolving how West wanted to, and Ling's got the loose ball. But good hands here. Peel got involved. Frangos, Little, picked it up, handball on, quick, good flick on, and the ball taken now by Taylor, who kicks it forward inside 50, and Moi Moi has taken the mark. Moi Moi, man on the mark, about 45 out, sends it out wide looking for Collins. Kick had a little bit too much on it. Collins will have to take it on the bounce. Gets a handball back. Here's a voice, Farrell, Lovell, I should say. Now back to Collins, loops one over the top, tight in the right forward pocket. The kick poor though, and there'll be a chance to clear. I think that was Ling for the Saints on the halfback flank. McMahon takes it for St Mary. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Jake Wood, and he's going nowhere. Umpire says give it to me at right half forward for the Giants. So they got some good ball movement on this broadcast wing, Kirsch, but just the skill execution going inside forward 50. The kick of Moi Moi did Collins absolutely no favours.
It's just lacking, isn't it? Just that polish at the end.
Ball up half forward for the Giants. High kick back into the breeze, inside 50, and over the head of Eastman there. Close to the boundary line, rolls out, and it will be a boundary throw in. So 20 and a half played, total tools. First term, 3-4-22 St Mary's. Giants 1-1-7. Boundary throw in for Conway and the Jang. Conway goes up, double fister, gets it down to the front. Eastman handballs it back, off a step, Little around the corner, in front. Peel couldn't take the mark. Numbers with St Mary's. The ball's chopped off though. Jasker has to work hard now and holds it up. And we will have a ball up about 35 out from the Giants' goal.
They trail by 15 in this opening quarter that's now ticked over 21 minutes on the Total Tools time clock. Conway the tap down, Eastman a handball up, Barnes a quick release, gives it off now to Farrell. Farrell snapping around the corner, not enough carry on the kick. It's off the hands of McMullen, who actually keeps it alive. Chance for Sam Burke to clear, sends it towards half back. Surely a free kick for a push there against Collins to Sherman. Umpire didn't see it that way. Now Sherman fighting for it at ground level for St Mary's. It's locked up at left half forward for Geelong West, and they trail by 15.
It's a good little moment for them, though. They're keeping the ball in their forward half the last couple of minutes. Wilson's trying to get a result out of it.
Wilson's real estate expert. Nice tap down, Symes climbed high. Little kick inside 50. Peel went with the one hand, found it on the ground. Then an underground handball was okay for Kelly. Kelly couldn't get a handle on the ball. Peel came again. Release out the back, looking for a Handley. Couldn't find him. I think there was both of them there, but neither got a chance. Barnes a handball off. Quick snap. Once again, Farrell, but he didn't have enough purchase on the kick. Collins found the loose footy. He was wrapped up by McMullen. Farrell fighting for it at ground level. He'll have it locked up about 15, maybe 20 out from the Geelong West goal as they kick to the northern end or city end in this opening term, thanks to Harvey Norman.
So ball up, Conway up against Collins in the ruck contest. Conway just tries to bring it down to the side. Ball still there, Blood. Conway over the top of it as well. Ball still there. He can't get it out. And it's a free kick from the trailing umpire to St Mary's. I didn't see what that was for.
Yeah, Algarinos was being held.
Okay, so holding. So Algarinos will take the free kick. Goes to the outer side with the kick long and wide to Damien McMahon, who can't take the mark. Rolls away from him and Lovell, and we'll have a boundary throw in. So 23 minutes played first term. St Mary's 3-4-22. And Giants 1-1-7. Harvey Norman K-Rock scoreboard.
Hope you're enjoying the call wherever you're listening through KROC 955, KROC.com.au or via the AFL Bowen Facebook live stream. That boundary throw-in hit Ethan Little in the back of the head. It then ricocheted into the path of Ned Shannon for St Mary's, and Emmanuel Ajang with the tackle wrapping him up. Just forward of the wing, ball into the air. Conway tapped down. Arkarachi there for St Mary's, couldn't take it. Ball will roll past Ajang and also Ned Shannon and go out of bounds. So they've been able to just hold firm for the moment, Kirsch.
That's what they're doing, yeah. Like we said, they've had that little period here where they've got it in their forward half, but they just can't seem to generate a shot on goal at least.
Symes back in the ruck contest, gets it down. Algarinos wrapped up. The umpire says held in. And we'll have a ball up centre wing right in front of the KFC scoreboard here at Anthony Costa Oval. And the ball in the air. Conway. Symes gets it down. Roved by Hupperts. Now ball's still in dispute. Benson over the top of it. Ajang puts the tackle on him, and the umpire will come in with a bit more work to do.
It's just out here, West players on his own out here on the wing, just past the mud pole. I mean, it's in a no man's, no man's out. To be a little bit more defensive, I was him on that opponent.
So the ball spills free. Lovell goes back with it. Maloney runs over the top of it as well. Little's handball, missed the target. Lovell was close to the boundary line and runs out of room on the centre wing on the outer side, and we will have another ball up. Symes to go with Conway again.
A bit of a stoppage first.
Hasn't it?
Ball back into play. Almost true centre wing. Grabbed out of the ruck by Conway. Wrapped up by Symes. Ball spilled for Little for West. In a 1-2 with Eastman. But Little was pushed off his kick. Just rolled towards Kelly. And Max Kelly will get a free kick. The Giants most improved in 2019. Max Kelly will take it. I'd love to find another one before quarter time here, the Giants, and pull that margin back to single figures. Kelly driving it wide, looking out there for a fly from Huppets over the top. Might have given away a free kick against Harry McMahon, I suspect. It was a fairly indiscriminate attempt to mark. Harry McMahon inboard to Damien McMahon. McMahon wants to bring it broadcast side. He's got Rayner short, instead decides to go to centre half back with a well-weighted ball to Benson. Benson's got McMahon cruising by if he wants to use him again, but decides to drive a kick towards half forward, looking for not to fly. Dowling there as well. Out the back, it's Bradley Wood with the footy for Westy. Short kick. Symes should get a free kick for a push against Akarachi there, and he will. Jaden Symes, the former Bellpost Hill star, who of course found himself in the Vic Country squad 2 or 3 years back after a couple of very handy interleague performances. He kicks to the wing for Peel, who finally gets some free space.
So Peel on centre wing.
First hit up mark.
It's like the old days of the GDFL here in the league. Bellpost Hill. Gives it back to Frangos, who plays on. He chips the ball to Symes.
You got Bannister from Belmont.
Bannister from Belmont. I know, it's back to the glory days. Where's Grubby when you need him? Goes towards half back, over the back, and they get it away. Peck gets it away, and towards Rayner, close to the boundary line. Couldn't take the mark, needed some help. Hanley, handball up, Peel, got it away quickly. Slocum, little toe poke around the corner, working in the phone box. Kelly can't take it. Now it falls to Rayner. He's got it. He drops the footy. The umpire just calls play on. Benson over the top of it. Somehow tries to get out of the pack. The umpire says it's mine now. And he'll have a ball up. So 26 and a half played first term. 15 points of difference. St Mary's in the advantage. 3-4-22 to 1-1-7.
Conway uncontested will win the tap down to Blood. Blood went straight into a tackle. Ball spilled for Rayner. Handball off. Clearing kick came towards half forward. Might have been Benson. Bannister was there for, I only said the Belmont Lions, but he's playing for Geelong West now. You've thrown me under a bus, Jace. And he laid a good tackle on Dill McMahon and held things up at right half forward for St Mary's, or just forward of the wing, in fact, favouring St Mary's. Tapped down by Conway into space, rolling ball towards the boundary line, trying to track it but not taking it cleanly was Lovell, and it's out of bounds for another stoppage. A boundary throw in. Good crowd, past Players Day here, and they are packed in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion. I know they got the call on K-Rock in there. Boundary throw in. Conway down front of the pack of Jang for West, the roving to Hanley. Hanley off to a runner cruising by. Chance now to clear for Lovell rather. Lovell to centre half forward. Jasker had it spoiled by Peel. Great roving Connors. Sherman's handball release at a task for Burke, and he was equal to it through one tackle and then a handball back to Sherman. Sherman heard the voice of Jasker. Hot potato to Connors. Connors, a neat little kick for McMahon. Just got there in the end. He took it on the bounce after Slocum provided a spoil. Ling, handball off. Harry McMahon went to ground and ran straight into the tackle of Moy Moy. Ball will come out and will now go back under the pack, and he's going to be a free kick. No, umpire says give it to me. I'll ball it up just forward of the wing out of side. Last man up was Farrell for Geelong West.
How was the speed wobbles there? It was like a greyhound
shifting from under him.
Yeah. So ball up, Conway gets it to the side, does his own roving work. So Alan Woodman style goes up over the back. You remember him? You remember him, Kirsch?
Yes.
Goes to the back now, and they go St Mary's forward inside 50. It's a 2-on-1. Bannister gets back there in front, needs some support, does nicely. Handball was chopped off under pressure. They come in, and is that a free? It's going low, said the umpire. So there will be a free kick to Geelong West. They're going to get out of trouble momentarily. They go short. It's okay, and the mark's been taken by Brad Wood. He goes along the line. Taylor, under pressure from Lang, close to the boundary line. And in fact, the boundary umpire said it was out before Sandberg could keep it in. It's going to be a boundary throw in right half forward St Mary's into attack. 29 minutes played first term.
Can't be far away from siren, just the 4 goals kicked in this opening term. Total Tools time clock. Total Tools, every tool for every trade. Tapped down by Conway, front of the pack. Maloney gave it to Benson, wanted to come back onto his left boot. Instead, as he fell to ground, fired a handball away. Little taking a big Dylan McMahon tackle, wraps him up and rolls him over the boundary line. And we'll get a boundary throw in the right forward pocket in front of the St Mary's faithful who have rolled out this afternoon on Past Players Day. I think a premiership from 1961 being celebrated, 60th anniversary. Boundary throw in, ball out the back, Symes with the fist forward. Hanley, that was David, couldn't take it cleanly. Now a chance for Huppets to kick to the middle of Anthony Costa Oval. GMHBA Stadium's across the way, and Burke has marked.
He goes towards centre half forward over the head of a couple at 50, around, turn around, blood, the siren. Now, no score. No score. The umpire was very quick. And Paddy Daly was pretty happy to celebrate. He thought it was a goal, but no score to Jack Blood on the siren there. So St Mary's a 3-4-22 lead. Geelong West 1.
Your complete family venue. You can find them Kensington Road in Leopold. And of course, our best player today taking home the $100 Leopold Sporties Club voucher as voted on by Josh Conway down boundary side. So Buzz will just be working out who's on his Facebook contacts list and who might be hitting him up for dinner once he gives that award, and he can duck out there and tuck into some fine fare at the Leopold Sportsman's Club. Just waiting for the crowd to make their way here off Anthony Costa Oval. Umpire McElhinney holds the ball aloft, and we are ready for quarter number 2 thanks to Warralilly, living Geelong's most awarded community. Here's Jason Doherty.
Conway goes up early. Symes gets it down in the middle. Maloney handballs to McMahon, who comes off the centre wing. That was Damien. Goes towards centre half forward. Good mark running back with the flight of the footy was Buck. And he switches the play short. And they play on quickly and go. Lockie Handley goes out wide. It's okay. They hold the ball up. Collins takes it. He goes shorter again. Under pressure. Mark taken. And they move the ball pretty quickly. That came from Taylor. But he's turned the ball over on centre wing. And St Mary's have got the footy. They go, Blood goes in. He's turned the ball over too by the looks of it. Ball's still in dispute. It comes out towards Dylan McMahon. Now it comes back. And chain of handballs for the Giants. They get it on the outside. Comes from Huppets. Goes towards centre wing. Conway comes over the top. In fact, it was Burke who came over the top with Jasker. And they see it over the boundary line for a throw-in. Centre wing on the outer side.
Well, McCully Plan Farm will keep an eye on some matchups. And that Geelong Insurance Brokers head-to-head. You might be liking that Benson-Hanley matchup at the moment.
Yeah, they're certainly going to each other a fair few times, and I reckon Benson's got the edge at the moment.
Conway won the tap down. Maloney on hands and knees. A handball up to Benson. Drives a kick past the outer side scoreboard. Dylan McMahon knocked it away. Might have come off the head there.
Falcon.
Lockie Hanley.
He completely ate that, King. Went straight to his hands.
Now, we're hearing an ambulance has been called at Colac for a broken ankle for a Colac player. Our insiders down at Colac are telling us it is in the ones. And we're just waiting to find out who that player might be. But there is a big delay, we're being told, down there at Colac and Grovedale. Maloney hit the ball hard after the boundary throw and was wrapped up by Huppets. Handball out by David Hanley. Jang back to Symes. Eastman, handball off. Clearing kick from Taylor, who sends it towards half forward.
He goes up there now, but Jasker gets across there, reads the play better, takes the mark at half back. Just holds the play up. He wants to come backwards. It's okay. And just settle the play down. Short little kick. Came inboard. Harry McMahon takes it. Plays on now. He wants to switch the play to the opposite back pocket of Nick Connors, who takes the mark. Connors just settles down. He chips it back towards the goal square. So just running across the backs of Marys now. The Giants have set up pretty well in front of the footy. Where are they going? They're going left, they're going right, they're going short into the back pocket. Damien McMahon takes it. He plays on. He wants to switch it to the outer side. He takes a bounce, runs away through the goal square, chips it over the top. They might be out now. Jasker takes it, comes inside with a handball, just floats it up there. Now Damien McMahon runs through, followed up. Now he wants to switch towards Dowling, and over the back coming at Lang. He can't take the mark. He was waiting for McMahon to come at it. Then he went underneath, and he'll give away the free kick.
He will, and they'll take advantage. Jang gave it up to Lockie Hanley. Lockie Hanley with a driving kick that'll fade across the front of the goals and hit the behind post on the bounce, and a boundary throw-in. So not a bad result. Didn't kick the goal, but we'll get a stoppage inside the left forward pocket in front of the old Geelong Past Players shed, grandstand, whatever you want to call it, that has been relocated at the swimming pool end of the ground and provides a good vantage point for footy's good little crowd. There might be 50 or 60 people enjoying the footy there. Conway front position for St Mary's won the palm down. Connors a slick handball to McMullen. McMullen gave it to Benson. Benson on the right boot, rolls it outside defensive 50, went through the hands of Dylan McMahon, but Augurinos was there to help him out. His handball missed Rayner. Taylor gives it off by hand to Buck. Buck gives it to Eastman. Eastman 52 out from goal. His kick not ideally. Wanted Farrell inside forward 50. He missed him, and Harry McMahon has marked for the Saints, and he'll get to centre half back and find his skipper in Blood.
Blood takes it, handballs it away quickly. Nick Connors runs through the middle of the Anthony Costa Oval, goes out wide. Arkarachi goes back. Oh, good mark. Under pressure. He takes it right half forward, wants to move it quickly inside 50. No mark. Lang tapped away at the back by Jake Wood. Lang tried to get it away by hand. Umpire said holding the ball, and it will be a free kick. And Jake Wood will take it for the Giants. He wants to switch the play back. They just hold the ball up, and getting it was Buck. Back to the goal square, Bannister. He chips the ball further. Lovell takes it. So they've moved from one back pocket to the other. City end of the ground. He's going to go back across the ground towards Sheem HBA Stadium. They've got a bit of space here. They can get it. They're on the out now, and they go with the left foot kick from half back towards Moy at centre wing. It's going to be under pressure. Jasker follows him. Moy. He handballs it to himself. Gets it up now. Gets around a couple. Handball back inboard. Hupperts had to sit and wait for it. Right foot kick. High open goal square, and he has missed. And Hupperts puts it through for one behind. So they got a 1-2-8 the Giants. St Mary's 3-4-22, and that is on the Warra Lily K-Rock scoreboard. And we've been playing 5 minutes, second term. Time clock thanks to Total Tools, every tool for every trade.
We're hearing Seb Barrow is a player that has been injured for Colac, and that has resulted in an ambulance being called. We believe it a lower leg injury. Ankle is what we're being told. Ling with the kicking duties for St Mary's will bring it broadcast side, wanting Conway, asking a lot of him. Slocum couldn't mark, knocked away by Peck. Off the hands of the pack, Bradley Wood gives it off by hand in the pocket. Peel pulls a kick nicely, top of the square. Moy has marked 20 out, maybe 15 out directly in front. So good contest. I reckon Slocum was good there. He was never going to mark it with Conway in the pack, but he was able to force a spillage. The ball ends up with Peel, and he pulled a nice kick.
Terrific kick, wasn't it? Moy is the only one who looks really dangerous once they get that ball in really quickly. But that was much better delivery by Peel, because he's the one who mentioned it at quarter time, of course, that they need to lower their eyes going to their forward line. He probably had a bit of a right to blaze away from maybe 45 there, but very clever. That's a bit of experience as well.
From Robinvale Euston in the Sunraysia League, Werribee listed. Moy kicks on goal. He pulled it to the left, and he's pulled it too far to the left, and it's behind, and that is a wasted opportunity there for the Giants, who are now 1-3-9, I should say. St Mary's are 3-4-22, 6.5 minutes gone in this second quarter on the Total Tools time clock. Total Tools, every tool for every trade.
He tried to suck the goal umpire in too, didn't he?
Yeah. But that's the last two shots from West there, that 40 metres out. They're the ones who've got to kick, put a bit of scoreboard pressure back on St Mary's.
So, Ling plays on from full back, goes wide, looking for Dowling back on the ground. McMullen in front, can't take the mark, got one high, got a chop, the umpire said. So Trent McMullen will take it at half back for the home side. He's got Arkarachi waiting for him. He's going to have Collins in front, takes the mark. Holding it up, wants to switch the play, chips the ball short. No 15, said the umpire. David Hanley off a step, right foot, inside 50. Oh, two St Mary's players go up, and they falls to Kelly in the end. Kelly turns around and has missed. Oh, they're peppering here, the Giants. Max Kelly puts it behind on the board, so they're 1-4-10. St Mary's 3-4-22, 7.5 played in this second term.
Well, Ling has shown a tendency to want to bring it broadcast side from his kick-ins so far this quarter, and this is where he'll come once again. He'll send it wide, looking for McMullen to fly. Couldn't really get a run at the footy, but he might have had a juggle on the footy and been paid the mark. He wasn't paid. Handball release, Sherman. Got it back on the bounce to Damien McMahon, who just had to tap it away under pressure. Taylor there. Hanley. That was Lockie. Gave it to Little. Little pulled the kick. Top of the square. Moy again couldn't complete the mark. He'll find it on the ground, Willie. To top one high? Umpire said no, and he dives on the ball. Umpire says give it to me. About 25, make it 30 out from the West goal as they attack the swimming pool end in this second quarter. Thanks to Warralilly, living Geelong's most awarded community. Find out how at warralilly.com.au.
Ball up. Conway tried to take it out of the ruck contest and get it down. Now that St Mary's working hard. Orgarinos near there as well. Ball spills free. Kelly gets it back. They move back to Moi off a step around the corner. I think he's kicked it. That's better. He doesn't need it in front. He needs it around the corner. Philip Moi kicks his second of the
It might be Little, I think.
Is it Little, is it? Yep. It is too. It is. It's Ethan Little.
That was well played there. They chained it really well to get that shot on. Yeah, they did.
So Ethan Little puts his first on the board and the second. They've worked hard there, the Giants, to get that second goal. 2-4-16. St Mary's 3-4-22. And that is 9 minutes played, second term. And here for Wilson's Real Estate is Matt Kershaw.
You just felt they needed to kick a goal, didn't you, in those last couple of plays? Because how many times do you see it in football, the ball go at the other end, the opposition score, and it's very deflating. So a little bit of reward for pressure and persistency there to keep the ball in their forward 50.
Umpire tosses it into the air. Conway and Symes. Symes climbed high, won the tap down. David Hanley head over the footy. Handball underground to Symes. Symes has got a runner. Oh, bang! Dylan McMahon, big tackle, was a little bit high. Jeez, he wrapped Collins up. Hugh Collins, handball off. Hanley, David under pressure, kicking though and finding Moi. It was knocked away by Peck. Peck then followed it up, got a handball away. Dylan McMahon, Batson off his left, kicks towards centre half forward. Shannon couldn't take the mark. Frangos lucky not to give away a free kick for maybe a tunnel. Lang, handball out the side door to Dylan McMahon for St Mary's, who indiscriminately kicks and rolls it towards the boundary line and out of bounds. And Scotty Frangos, lucky I reckon not to have given away a free kick there against Ned Shannon for, well, it wasn't a push, it was more he worked his body underneath under the pack.
Yeah, could have been dangerous.
So Bandry's throwing 50 out from the St Mary's goal, not. We'll do battle with Symes for Geelong West. Short throw in, Symes not over the back. Little got it away by hand. Short little kick over the top. Eastman to track it. He can't pick it up first attempt. Second attempt he can, but he's out of bounds. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
Buzz, I know we said earlier on the breeze was going across the ground, but is it favouring towards the swimming pool end?
Yeah, it's probably just slightly turned, if anything, towards that swimming pool, and it's still pushing across the ground a little bit, Kirsch, but certainly favouring that end of the ground some more.
So the ball from the ruck contest, Symes held it in. They held it in there in the end, and it will be another ball up, point of the centre square at half forward for St Mary's. So ruck contest, Knott took it out of the ruck, and then his handball didn't hit a target. Shannon wrapped up, high tackle, said the umpire. Little giving that away, so Shannon plays on quickly, goes a left foot kick inside towards Lang, got a hand to it. Slocum came back to help out, going to be under pressure, lost the footy. Dowling put the pressure on. Lang left foot kick in towards the full forward position. Conway can't take it, and Bannister thought about taking it through. He elects though to take it out wide, and Ajang takes the mark.
He did very well there, Bannister. Now Ajang inside defensive 50, needs to hit a target on the way out. Went through the hands of a teammate. He's going to end up with St Mary's. Benson kick inside 50, and strong jukes shown by Paddy Dowling, who then gets up and gets into the face of Jake Wood. And Paddy Dowling, Jake might have said something about the hairstyle that Paddy Dowling's brought back with him from Adelaide.
We're going to be talking to Robbo about that later. I'll tell you there's something's going on here.
Well, I reckon we might be talking to Paddy Dowling post-game. I reckon that might be where Buzz is heading about his return to the Saints.
Because he's brought back some bogan attributes here for some of these blokes. I see Ben Maloney's running around with one too.
That's what I said. What's going on?
We'll play game number 50 next week against St Albans. Dowling drives the kick and has maybe just pulled it to the right. No, got it in. Just snuck it in at the right-hand upright, and they are all over Paddy Dowling on his return to Anthony Costa Oval. They have come from everywhere, 9, 10, 11, 12, and now we've got a little bit of push and shove. Jang and Little involved. Players now break themselves up, but Paddy Dowling, I reckon they're glad to see him back here in a St Mary's jump up, and they're back out by 12 points. So they've worn some punches in the first half of this opening second quarter, I should say, Kirsch. It's gone 12 and a half minutes on the Total Tools time clock, and then get one back against the flow of play.
A bit of class by Benson just to, ease things up, lower his eyes and hit up Dowling. I mean, Dowling kicked the ball 50, 55 metres easily, so very clever play.
Back to the middle, Huppert's got it away. Coming off half back there was Buck, goes wide for Geelong West, and they can't pick it up at the first attempt. Now they do. The handball came back quickly from Barnes. They run through traffic on centre wing. They might be able to break free, do they? The handball comes back to Buck and then through a Jang. Right in the middle, short little kick was okay. And Lockie Handley takes it. He goes up towards half forward, sets a task. Jasker on hands and knees. Ball comes out quickly, and they were coming the other way. Taylor just fell over at the crucial stage for Geelong West. He's wrapped up by Damien McMahon, put into a bit of a World Wrestling Federation tackle there. Maloney comes out with a short little kick. Bloods handball, missed the target. Under pressure at half-back. Damien McMahon ducks the head, then gets the kick away towards centre wing. Lang with a sitter and does well. And I tell you what, Conway did very well to keep the defence out from Geelong West. He goes long, inside 50. It's a 2-on-1. Coming across, free kick against Symes. And it's going to be a free kick for St Mary's. And he's going to come quickly back to Akarachi, who's got the kick from about 40 metres out.
Akarachi playing his 64th consecutive game, a streak that runs back to round 16, 2016. And a chance for the former Dragon and Seagull to give his team a game-high 18-point advantage. Man on the mark, stands around 40 from goal. Akarachi on his way, starts it right and it will fade away, won't have the carry off the hands of Lang, rolls back to the goal square. Bannister kept it alive. Chance here for West to attack from deep in defence. The handball a bit too much pepper on it. Chance to get out of trouble. That was Lovell. And they will build. Neat little kick coming out is okay. And it finds Collins, Jay Collins with it, left half back. The kick was okay coming out. Collins will drive it long towards half forward, carries nicely on the breeze, but Ling with a spoil to knock it away from Peel, and we'll get a boundary thrown left half forward for Geelong West. There, 2-4-16, St Mary's, a 4-4-28 in this second quarter, thanks to Warralilly, living Geelong's most awarded community. Want to find out how? Check out warralilly.com.au.
So I pressed pretty high then, Jace. Collins needed to kick to Collins then, didn't he?
He did. Symes in a ruck contest against Not in front, gets it down. Maloney had it, lost it. Jang, he ran past it as well, needs to go back and get it. Orgarinos in there, gets a handball away, and they move forward. Now Benson goes out wide, Blood close to the boundary line, and in fact ran out of room. The boundary umpire right there, and he will come back and do some work across on centre wing.
Jace, just to watch on Ben Maloney, he's still out there as you can see, but tweaked a left ankle just an earlier contest, was holding around. I think he's going to try and run it off, but certainly not covering the ground as he usually might.
Thanks, Buzz. Injury update there for the St John Guide. Your emergency specialist now open 24/7, so we'll keep an eye on Ben Maloney. Boundary throw in again, and Knott gets it down to the side of the pack. Orgarinos gets the kick towards half forward. They overrun at the West defence, and they give a bit of space now. Blood kick inside towards Dowling. Got the sit over the back. Read it the better. He's better on it like that. Left foot outside of the left foot, and he's missed it. And through for one behind to party time. So 1 goal, 2 for Patrick Dowling, and they go to 4-5-29. St Mary's 2-4-16 West, and it is on the Warralilly K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
Lockie Handley runs into the left back pocket, buys his 15 metres and drives a long kick, looking through. Jang had to play spoiler on Connors, brought another 15 metres for his team with that spoil, and they've almost got it to true centre wing on the outer side of Anthony Costa Oval.
Never looked like kicking on his right then, did he, Dowling? Nah, never. Not interested. I'll just try a banana from 40. Or a snap.
It would have made Harvey Norman highlights.
Oh, would it what?
If he had gone with a banana and kicked successfully.
Put some excitement into their box.
Would it have been as good as Daniel Green's last week, though?
Probably not.
Chance now for the Saints out the back of the pack. Orgarinos kick floater onto the chest of Dylan McMahon. Dylan McMahon's left foot kick inside 50s. Well read by Hugh Collins getting back. Collins then comes laterally to Lockie Taylor. Taylor playing his 6th game at GFL senior level this afternoon in the long sleeves for Geelong West. He goes across the face of his defensive goal. They'll look to build from inside the left back pocket. Here now again is Lockie Handley on that familiar left boot, sending it to the outer wing. Now he must have been dealt with after he kicked. I don't know what Dowling was doing there. He just gives West a chance further up the ground, and the ball in the hands. Might be Slocum with the footy. Slocum kicks towards half forward. Moy from 3 deep, brought it to ground. At the bottom of the pack, St Mary's have got numbers trying to work it out a half back. Orgarinos was in there, but still among a pack of about 4. Here's Hupperts, handball up. Kelly might have been dumped in that tackle, and we will get a ball up in the left forward pocket. In fact, at the bottom of all that, pick up is David Handley, and we'll get a ball about 45 out from the West goal. They're in attack to the swimming pool end.
Jang goes up early, Knott gets it down, comes back towards a Jang, handball, shuffled out, over the back by Jasker, over his head, the handball in the end, and Dangerous kick across goal. Will it sit for Batson? It does. Oh, he's handballed. He handballed it to himself. He threw it in the air and it came back to him. He's doing party tricks at half back. Batson, lang over the top. He can't take it. And Collins as well. And that's going to make the highlights reel. Don't worry. He's handballed it to himself. Yeah, beautiful. He's doing pirouettes in the middle of the air, at the same time. So
The old TAC stats tracker getting a bit of a padding there.
Too early for the tricks, I think.
Bergy throw in. Comes towards... here he's again. Batson this time he decides to kick it. Goes towards centre half forward, but getting back there is Bannister by himself. And he just switched. There's something going on in front, so Kirsch will keep an eye on that. So will Buzz. Then a ball Lovell, handball for Geelong West. Over the top of Jang, who sets Handley a task. He has to be pretty good there. He needs some support coming in. And St Mary's hold it up in the end. The umpire will come in and ball up just forward to the centre circle. And it will be Sam Conway who gets up the big ruckman and hand the ball back to the umpire for a ruck contest.
Surprising scuffle, that one with Ben Maloney in it. Nothing happened.
Umpire throws it up just inside the centre square. Favours West. It's allowed to hit the ground. It's grabbed by Conway. Tried to barge his way through on a Jang tackle. Barnes. Handball released to Huppich for Geelong West. Kick inside forward 50. Bouncing ball eluded Collins. Clearing kick from McMullen was dumped as he kicked. And it just missed its target and Rayner. And it goes out of bounds. And now there's a bit of a tape going on in front of the old Geelong Pass players stand. So a couple of little spot fires. Keep an eye on those Kirsch for Wilson's Real Estate. Geelong property done properly. As we get a boundary thrown right where the 50 meets the boundary line. Left half forward. Conway from position one, the double palm down. A Jang trying to burst his way through. A Conway tackle is going nowhere, and we'll get another stoppage as we tick towards time on in this second term. Total Tools time clock is at almost 20 minutes, and it's St Mary's with a 13-point buffer on the K-Rock Warralilly scoreboard.
Ball up, Jang. Neither ruckman really go and get the footy. Now a pack develops where the ruck contest was, and umpire Rich Ears is going to have to come in and do some more work there at the point of the centre square at left half forward for the Giants.
Just getting word that Seb Barrow is now safely in an ambulance, and after a 40-minute delay, play's about to resume between Colac and Grovedale. So that will the new lights down there will come into effect.
Oh, it'll be in -2 by the time they finish.
Now the ball back into the middle for St Mary's. Benson tracks the footy, keeps it in front of him, and gets bashed back towards the footy. Now a Jang, he gets lost in the tackle as well. The umpire said holding the ball. So Benson gets it back. His handball missed Shannon. He's going to be under pressure as well. Rides the bump. Oh, he runs in straight into another tackle from Jake Wood. And the umpire says yes. He said the fend off, and it will be a free kick. So Jake Wood will take it back into the centre square for Geelong West. He wants to move it quickly. He chips the ball short to Huppets, takes the mark. He can go outboard. Oh, he thought about it. Then he decided he go straight down the middle towards centre half forward. Big pack there off the front of the pack. The quick kick came out quickly by, that was Barnes, and I think it's fallen to the arms of Collins. He did nicely in the end. He held his space there, Jackson Collins, and he'll have a set shot for goal from 35 out directly in front.
Who's my new favourite Geelong West player, and why is it Jake Wood? Couple of things there. He was big in a bump.
That was huge, wasn't it?
He just goes at it.
He don't take it backwards step, does he?
He made sure he was like a brick wall there. So Jackson Collins, chance for the Giants. Third of the afternoon. He comes in 35 metres out, keeps it low, kicks the goal. So he kicks his first. And the Giants 3-4-22. St Mary's 4-5-29. That's on the Warralilly second quarter K-Rock scoreboard. And we've been playing 22 minutes on the Total Tools time clock. Here's Matt Kershaw for Wilson's Real Estate.
I've got a note here that both teams have been pretty hesitant to go through that corridor, probably because it's fairly sticky in there, but we've been playing a very wide brand of footy today. That's the first time that the ball actually got carried through the corridor into the forward 50, and they've taken not an easy mark, but a well-judged mark. I don't know, maybe they need to be a bit more corridor-centric to stay in this game.
It's a bit like that Blue Pot's no man's land, and nobody wants to go through it.
Like the plague, like COVID.
Back in the middle, Symes and Conway. Symes wins a tap after Conway jumped early. Off the ground, might have been Huppets. It ricocheted back off Peck towards Blood for St Mary's. Tried to get it to Shannon. Shannon flicked a handball up, but missed the target. Oh, gee, taken high. Might have been a free kick, I reckon. Yeah. I reckon the umpires spotted it. Oh, no, the other way. Or is it going to West?
It's going to West.
I was going to say,
the Moss
Jackson
point
Farrell was the man taken high. You could see it in the contest, and you would have seen it if you're watching the AFL Barn live stream quite clearly through the cameras. Farrell kicked towards half forward, wanting Peel, or went through his fingers. Back of the pack was McMahon. Oh, that great tackle by Barnes on McMullen. Wins a free kick. Gee, the handball of Harry McMahon didn't help McMullen out there. He was a sitting duck for Barnes. And Sean Barnes from Hamilton, with the man on the mark standing around the 50, just inside, fancies himself, especially with the aid of a breeze buzz for South Point Car Supplies.
Yep, it'll certainly help me, Kingy.
Barnes will need his best. Swings out on the right. Starts it right. Works it back. Kicks the goal. A big helicopter.
The old flat punt.
And it made its way through to cut the margin back to 1. Sean Barnes with a nice finish. And he's kicked a contender for the Lammy's Tavern goal of the day. Lammy's open Friday to Sunday at 9 p.m. with free entry before 10 every night. That's a cracker. We've got a good game on here at Anthony Costa Oval with St Mary's 4-5-29 leading West 4-4-28 on the second quarter. K-Rock Warralilly scoreboard.
Pressure got West back into this game of football. They are pressuring the ball carrier. They are turning it over St Mary's and they're getting it forward.
Symes getting it down to the ruck as well for Geelong West. Little rides the bump. Benson's in there. The umpire will come in secondary bounce in the middle. So we'll see how we go.
What about the catering for St Mary's too? They have come in.
He's a legend, Smurf.
The Smurf has come in with the KFC nuggets and chips. Great work, Smurf.
Play on advantage here. So you worry about the food, we'll worry about the footy. Goes up towards centre half forward. Jasker gets back there. Under pressure again. Harry no, he played a dump and played advantage. And so they go St Mary's from half back. Out wide. Ball though. In the breeze, just holds up. Lockie Taylor takes the mark. Back to centre half forward. Barnes goes up, takes the mark. Does nicely. Got all the momentum at the moment, the Giants. He handballs it away to Taylor. He had to sit and wait a little bit. He goes long with the kick. He goes inside. 50! And the Hamlet hanger comes. And I think that's Lovell, is it? It is Taylor and Tanner Lovell. So he has taken possibly the Hamlet hanger. He goes up 30 out directly in front. And played in front, which is what you've got to do, Kirsch, in the forward line.
You do, particularly when you want the ball coming in quick, which is what West Saints want at the moment. And that was brilliant.
West Saints.
West Saints, there we go. Back to the glory days.
Bit of retro days.
So Tanner Lovell comes in 30 out to give them the lead. The Giants, he's missed. He's missed. Well, actually, the mark was much better than the kick.
You're all right, Kirsch. Someone's stubbed your toe or something, mate.
Did you see the goal umpire run 30 metres as quick as he could then?
4-5-29 apiece, St Mary's and the Giants. 25 and a half played second term. Warralilly K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
Ling to bring the ball back into play. He's had a tendency to come broadcast side. This time he trots out of the goal square and sends it towards the GMHBA Stadium stand side of the ground. It's knocked away from Knott. Here's Dylan McMahon, first goal kicker of the game from memory. Kicks with the outside of the right boot, and he has put that out on the full. So for a rare occasion this year, you're just seeing St Mary's being rushed in what they've been doing.
Particularly with their ball movement.
Free kicks with Buck. Inclusion today for West. A high kick inside forward 50. They're queuing up for St Mary's, including Knott. He couldn't mark because Jackson Collins was able to provide a spoil. Now Maloney going at it, having his own little private battle.
There'll be a free kick here.
There is a bit going on. So obviously something Maloney's done hasn't excited Eastman. The umpire's just thrown it up while 8 players around him are bluing. Grabbed out of the ruck by Knott, slung in the tackle, lost it in that tackle. And there is still a lot going on. And Maloney may now finally give it away a free kick.
Yep.
That was always coming.
Always.
And Eastman is the recipient of that. So, there's a little bit of feeling in this one. And it's Eastman who's got the free kick. Man on the mark stands inside 50.
No surprise the free kick came from Maloney.
Paddy Eastman, game 136 of his career. Call to play on, swings out, just checks the kick to about 25 out from goal. Flying Collins, couldn't mark front of the pack. Chance to clear here. St Mary's Ling wrapped up in a wonderful tackle. Ball spilled out. Umpire didn't play holding the ball. Little may be held without it. Umpire said no. Benson. Now the kick comes for St Mary's to half back. And it is out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Certainly heating up out there, but not in here, Jace.
It's like Tassie out here in the box at the moment. Nice and chilly. Boundary throw-in. In between wing and half forward on the outer side, Giants just into attack. Symes pushed out of it by Knott, takes down the ruck contest and gets the kick away. No mark taken by Shannon. Ball still in dispute in the middle. Pack develops. The umpire may have to come in and do a bit of work. He's leaving it though. He's letting it go, and St Mary's get the kick free. They go towards half forward. And they just settle the play down. Geelong West have got the numbers behind the footy. They turn the ball over though. That was in the middle for Moi, and then coming through, Blood, his handball up towards Rayner, gets wrapped up. Oh, that's a tackle, is it, for Batson? Over the shoulder. Will Batson should take it. Right in the middle for St Mary's. No advantage. Jack Blood was off, but have to come back. So Will Batson will play on now. Left foot kick, tumbling towards Lang at half forward. Doesn't sit for him. Shannon behind. Can he pick it up? Yes, he can. Does he get one high? The umpire said play on. Ball still in dispute. The umpire said holding the ball. And the Giants will take the free kick. It'll be Hugh Collins.
Hugh Collins been solid down back. The Giants under-19 best and fairest winner. He stubbed his toe on the kick but dribbled it to Jake Wood. Wood drives a kick to half-back. Maloney in box seat. Couldn't mark. Knocked away from him by Farrell. And then he's dumped to ground. And he's been pinged for a throw in the tackle of Rayner. And he's probably lucky not to give away 50 there, I reckon. Farrell, he knocked the ball from Rayner's grasp as he tried to get back off the mark. Umpire didn't see it. But Rayner pulls his kick. Left forward pocket standing tall. No mark. Sherman dowling the roving quick snap. Has missed in the near side. And through 4A behind. St Mary's regain the lead, and right on half time they have a 1 point buffer going into the main break. It's been an entertaining first half, a tight first half, and plenty happening between the two teams.
He's got some outside pace, he uses the ball pretty well, and he has a real crack. So yeah, this will be a good matchup.
Third quarter thanks to Metricon. Umpire tosses it up in the middle. Here's Jason Doherty.
Nick Knott goes up in the ruck for St Mary's in the first with Symes and gets it down to the side of the back. Huppets, though, for Geelong West, gets the kick around the corner towards centre wing. I think it's going to run out of space there as McMahon kept it in. He's done nicely, Dylan. And he might get it back again on centre wing. He's pushed off the footy, gets it back. Is that a free kick for a hold? You know, it's a free kick for holding the ball. Sent them off, and he gives the kick away to Dowling. He's going to be able to take the ball for St Mary's. Barnes stands the mark. Dowling pushes him past it. So he's just inside the centre square at centre wing. And he's going to be able to drive it with the left foot now and drive it along. Swimming pool end of the ground. He goes up. Big pack there. Off the side of the pack. Nobody really wants to pick the footy up as they go through. Now the Giants have got some numbers. Frangos. Kick was smothered. He might have a second effort. Then he dropped the football. The umpire said play on. Falls to the side of the pack. The handball comes back to Shannon off a step. His kick was smothered as well. Now Augurinas goes with a right foot kick high towards the goal square. What's it got distance-wise? Is it over the back? Oh, it's hit the post. I reckon nobody actually touched that before it hit the post.
Maxwell's arms went up.
But Augurinas puts a behind on the board, so they go to 4-7-31 now the home side. The Giants 4-5-29.
Right back pocket. That might be Jake Wood with the footy. Finds his skipper in Peel coming up and taking it in the hands, but he's working a long way from goal. Kicked 5 last week, but nothing on the scoreboard this week for David Peel in terms of majors. Kick to the wing, flying Eastman. Did he take a nice mark? He did over Damien McMahon. That's a good grab on the outer side in front of the scoreboard that shows St Mary's leading 31-29 early third quarter of K-Rock footy, thanks to APCO, our number one ticket holder. Eastman, a high ball to half forward, Moi there, and there's going to be a free kick for a hold. Which way is it going? Players look confused, and it's actually coming back to Moi. Well, I think he's as surprised as anybody. Comes inboard to Little. He kicked a nice goal in the second quarter. Got things going for the Giants. Former NT Thunder representative. Here's Peel on a hit-up lead, taking a nice mark in front of Burke. He doesn't like the distance, so he just lowered the eyes and put it onto the chest of Ajang. 40 out from goal in front of Jasker. He's marked Emmanuel Ajang. And the chance for the Giants to lead for the first time this afternoon, Kirsch.
Yeah, he doesn't want to kick it either, actually, Ajang. He's looking to pass off, and here it goes.
That's where it's going, and he's turned it over. Although getting across, Jasker couldn't complete the mark in front of Eastman. Time to recover, gave it to Damien McMahon, gave it to Sherman for St Mary's. Sherman a wide ball. Oh, Lang! Wonderful one-hander, diving low. Hamlin hanger contender from Tommy Lang. Great grab down low with the 1 mitt. Now he wants the corridor. Well-weighted ball. Here's Damien McMahon again. He's a running machine. Under pressure from Peel. Gets a kick high up the chimney. And Peck on debut on the chest. Comes out and marks. Lockie Peck playing his first game in the navy blue and green club that his dad, Paul, represented with distinction. And he'll have a chance on Past Players Day with a big contingent of former greats in the house. I reckon we'll get a decent cheer if he kicks this.
We'll know before it goes through, I reckon.
Hey, what his old banker play?
Yeah, he's a good player, played against him in the 90s.
Stands just inside the 50, the man on the mark. Lockie Peck, the debutant, close to that man on the mark. He kicks, he hits it sweetly, and he goals. 2 arms in the air, and his teammates come from everywhere to mob him. They give that blonde head of his a tassel. Everybody got to him, and the margin is out to 8 points. 5-7-37. Geelong West 4-5-29. We've almost gone 4 minutes in this third quarter, thanks to Metricon.
Jang's ball was, he telescoped it for a while as to what he wanted to do, and Jaska just read it a lot better. And then St Mary's attacked the corridor. Easy flow through and a great mark by Peck and a fantastic finish.
So, first goal of the second half to St Mary's. Knott goes up in the ruck contest. Sherman in the middle now. He can't take it with him though. The Giants over the top. Handball came back towards Huppets. He can't pick it up though. Still in dispute. Moy gets the handball back. And St Mary's fighting hard for it on centre wing. They bottle it up. And we'll have a ball up. So 4.5 played, third term. Total Tools time clock from the ruck contest. David Hanley gets a kick away towards half forward. Eastman, Jaska falls to the back. Barnes, 50 out from goal. Right foot kick towards the pocket. Runs out of room. Collins can't keep it in. Right next to McMullen. And we will have a boundary throwing in that forward pocket. City end of the ground. Coming down, Knott, who started in the ruck in this third term. We'll do it against, well, it looks like a Jang from a long way back, so it's going to be not easy. Handball over the top. Tried to get it close to the boundary line. They might have run out of room there again. Was that a hold? The umpire said throw.
Did you say it was not easy or it is easy?
Very nice, Chris. Very nice. Not easy. Well done. Free kick. Comedians in the third term. Hey, comedy. You could do breakfast on K-Rock the way you're going. You're doing nice.
Uppats with it in the right forward pocket after winning a free kick.
Tough kick into the face of the
that's tough.
breeze. Wouldn't you be there, Buzz?
You watch this. He might kick it.
Coming off 24 touches against the Eagles last week. He sets it on its way. It's not a bad effort.
No
it's
way.
A wonderful effort.
No way.
What a kick from Lockie Huppets. That is your Lemmy's Tavern goal of the afternoon. Tight in the right forward pocket. Working into the breeze. He has kicked an absolute jaffer.
Wow.
Put that on the Harvey Norman highlights reel, Buzz. That's a cracker from Lockie Huppets into the breeze. Cuts the margin back to 2 West. A 5-5-35 St Mary's. A 5-7-37 in this third quarter, thanks to Metricon. Metricon, Geelong's local builder for over 21 years.
You call it, Jose?
2 in a week. Greeny early last week and Huppets now.
You
so
weren't tapping me like Greenies, but you did call it.
Tap Kingy. Back in the middle. Knott gets it down. Augurinas at the back. He gets it towards centre half forward. And the mark taken, though, for the Giants across half back. They're just going to be able to settle the play down. And it is Lockie Handley. And he's going to go wide looking for a Jang. Benson against him. Jang goes up. Nice. Read it nice. Into the breeze. Took the mark. So still at half back for the Giants. Lord Duplani wants to go now. The kick is longer this time. Towards half forward. Big pack there. And third, fourth in line, I think, was Nick Knott. And he took it at half back, goes towards centre wing, but a Jang fills the space, takes the mark. And you can see how they run forward to the footy, these boys. He goes short this time. It's okay. Finds Jackson Farrell still on centre wing. Then gives it to Frangos. Runs from behind. Right foot kick. High. Inside Collins against McMullen's against him. Collins now needs to get the handball out. He tried to. St Mary's working overtime inside defensive 50. The umpire will come in and ball it up. Giants 5-5-35. St Mary's 5-7-37. 7.5 played total tools. Time clock. Third quarter. Thanks to Metricon.
The South Point Garden Supplies, Buzz, that breeze still going to the swimming pool end?
It is. It's actually died off a little bit though, Kingy, in this third term. Not as strong as it was during the second.
Max Kelly fighting his way through. Dropped the footy. Might have been taken high. Now trying to barge his way through like a front row forward in State of Origin with the footy was David Hanley. And he'll give it back to umpire Riches. And the Moth will put it into the air. Ajang climbed high, but grabbed out of the ruck by Knott, who's then wrapped up by Ajang, taken in a tackle, and he's been pinged holding the ball.
Wow.
And Ajang's going to have a shot at goal, and maybe this time West can take back the lead, or get the lead for the first time today.
I don't think you'll pass this one, Jace.
Man on the mark will stand 35 from goal, so we'll need a 40-45 metre kick.
Not happy.
Well, if Huppets can kick it from the acutest of angles, like he did only minutes ago for our Lammy's Tavern goal of the afternoon, Ajang would fancy his chances. Now there's a little bit of conversation. So somebody has, I reckon, Maxi Orgarinos.
Against Max Orgarinos for a bit of dissent, Kingy.
And that is going to walk Emmanuel Ajang to the line, and he's going to kick it into the KFC sign behind the goals, and West are going to lead St Mary's. For the first time this afternoon, the men in orange, charcoal and white have the buffer. 6-5-41. St Mary's 5-7-37. 9 minutes ticked over on the third quarter. Total Tools time clock.
Do you ever think you'd say charcoal?
As a colour?
As a colour?
No.
In a footy game?
No, never. That's what it officially is.
Charcoal.
Third quarter thanks to Metricon. Metricon looking for skilled tradies to join the local team. Call 1300 Metricon to inquire today.
So back to the middle. Take the lead, the Giants. And Sam Conway back on the ground for St Mary's up against Symes. Symes does well though. Blood in the middle. Can't take it with him. Symes gives it away quickly. Little tried to get it towards Ajang again. Ball spills free. Caden Rayner gets the kick away. Centre wing. Handball. Collins back for Geelong West. Gives it back to Lockie Handley. His kick though just in the middle. Being packed there. Maloney tapped it to the side. The Giants have got the numbers around the ball if they can pick it up, but Rayner goes the other way. Gives it to Conway. Back to Rayner. Work the 1-2. Then he give the handball to Maloney. And then he's ripped off the football, holding the ball. And it's going to be a free kick to the Giants in the middle of Anthony Costa over with Ajang.
What about the intensity of the Giants, Kirsch, for Wilson's Real Estate?
Up and about, aren't they? Their pressure is fantastic. Frontal and chasing.
Ajang short to Lovell. Lovell went to go forward and had to go laterally back to Jake Wood, who's got it at right half back. Wood goes short and very dangerously near the boundary line, but the mark taken out there by Buck. Buck will concede inside defensive 50 to Bannister. Bannister goes deeper back towards his defensive goal to Lockie Handley as they look to open up the broadcast side. Kick is okay onto the chest of Bradley Wood. Former Newcombe player has it in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion, but St Mary's have been good covering off the exits. He'll drive a kick towards our best seats in the house for Rapco. Sam Burke, best position for St Mary's, couldn't mark. Front of the pack. The ball is underneath a pack of three. Symes holding things up there. Dill McMahon, Sam Burke getting up for St Mary's, and the umpire, by McElhenney, says, give it to me. I'll put it into the air for Symes to go with Conway. Conway front position, nice tap into space. Wanted Benson to run onto it. Huppets was first there. Reaped a handball to Symes. Symes to the boundary line. Here's David Handley. Handley to Little. Little out wide to Kelly. McMahon got him high. Umpire said play on. Little will come again. Bit going on off the ball. And it's Batson who's going to give away a free kick to Kelly. And Maxi Kelly has got it. True centre wing. He'll be told to go back behind his mark. He better do it quickly because he needs to get the ball inside forward 50. He said he goes laterally. He's got a short option and he finds it. And a good grab taken by Tanner Lovell.
So Lovell plays on from centre wing now, goes towards the city end, and centre half forward is his target, and Barnes fills the space, takes the mark. 50 out from goal. So looking for a handball running past. He's thought about short as well.
They're worried about that distance, aren't they? That sort of 45 beyond.
The breeze.
Yep.
So we saw Ajang pass it here before. I don't think he's going to do that. He's going to try and load it up from 50. He does now, and he's put it into the car park. He's just off hands, I think, in the end. Close to the boundary line and over in the right forward pocket for the Giants. So they lead 6-5-41. St Mary's 5-7-37, 12 and a half played. Third term Total Tools time clock.
Just looking over into the forward pocket, JC Matty Copley running water for St Mary's. He's one that they'd like to get back at some stage. Tapped down by Conway. Sherman the roving, a high ball towards left half back, knocked away by Jake Wood. Trying to run onto the footy with Shannon. A couple of Giants in the way. One of those was Little, and also in there Brad Wood. They lay a tackle on a St Mary's player who's underneath that pack. Who's that getting up? That is Jack Blood, the skipper, who's got it just forward of the wing. West 41, St Mary's 37, nearly 13 minutes gone on the Total Tools time clock in this third quarter of play on K-Rock football. Symes on the double palm down, try to put into the path of Hupperts. Benson was first there, overran it. Hupperts couldn't keep it alive at the boundary line. He'll see it out, and we'll get another boundary throwing right half forward for the Giants, who are attacking to the end that we think they're into a slight breeze, so they will kick with the advantage of whatever wind there is in the final term, and they're in a good position right now in this third quarter.
Boundary throw in. Symes gets it down to the side of the pack. Handball from Damien McMahon. Missed. Now the Giants try and bring it back in. Handball over the top. Chopped off there by Caden Rayner. Now it goes. Little gets the kick around the corner for Geelong West towards Moi Moi. Can't take it. Dylan McMahon tracks it back. Handball over the top to McMullen. Under pressure again. Dangerous kick over the head of Burke. Goes towards the boundary line. Will it stay in? Burke, I think he's happy to see it over in the end defensively. And it will be a boundary throw in. The Giants still into attack. Left half forward. City into the ground.
Another assistant coach we missed down there, Darren Forsman, helping out on the bench.
Yeah, he could go a bit.
Go all right, couldn't he?
Boundary throw in. Conway, short boundary throw in. Conway could have taken it out of the ruck contest in the end. Peels handball. McMahon just gave it away to Rayner. Kick out to the wide open spaces of Anthony Costa over on centre wing. Collins tracks it and gets it for Geelong West. He kicks over the top to Hupperts just inside the boundary line at right half 40. Takes the mark. Plays on quickly now. Goes towards the pocket. McMullen goes up. Collins had a couple against him. Jasker was in front. He gets ripped off the football, but they've got some time and space. They might be okay, and Burke takes the mark.
Burke does, gives a handball over the top. Chance now to get out of trouble. Sherman, neat little kick to Orgarinos. But they're still inside defensive 50. There's been no real flow to their play in this third quarter. St Mary's kick to the wing. Blood early. Couldn't hang on to it. He's going to give away a free kick for a push in the back. I wonder if he had completed the mark, whether it would have been paid. Sometimes they go, well, you took it and it looks good, and the commentary's probably okay on it, so we'll keep it going. But Bradley Wood handball on the bounce. Peel just inside the centre square.
Great
Kicks for the
kick.
pocket for Jackson Collins, who marks. He marks in the right forward pocket, and he marks just looking with my very, very strong binoculars. I spy a former Geelong ruckman who used to wear number 30 standing among a throng of fans on the outer side of the ground. That looks very suspiciously like Damien Burke out there near the right half forward flank. I believe
Spot, Kingy.
Collins for a 10-point lead. It's a floater to the goal square. It's off hands, front of the pack. Orgarinos over around the footy. Chance though for St Mary's to clear. Right back pocket. The ball will head towards the boundary line. It'll actually curl back in, and Hanley's going to get himself a free kick or a mark. Either way, he's got the footy at left half back, or left half forward rather, for the Giants as they look to build on this 4-point buffer.
So Hanley now plays on. Dowling stands for the mark. He goes towards the pocket, coming back off hands. Conway's there. Ball spills free. Danger for the St Mary's defenders. They need to be careful here. Ball still in dispute. And big pack around it too. The umpire, is he letting it go? He is. And I think they're pretty happy to see it through in the end. Nick Connors and Dylan McMahon see it through for a rush behind of the Giants. So they go to 6-6-42. They lead St Mary's 5-7-37. And that's on the Metricon third quarter scoreboard. And we've been playing 16 and a half minutes in this third term.
Rayner short into the right back pocket to Burke for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till the time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Nice Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till the time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Nice Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till the time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Nice Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till the time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Nice Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till the time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Nice Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16 and a half minutes gone total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Not Symes. Judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes, judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes, judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes, judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes, judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes, judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes, judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes, judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes, judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes, judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes, judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes, judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes, judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes, judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes, judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary's. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Not Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16.5 minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 and a half minutes gone, total till time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back, Conway front position. Symes judged it best, took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 16 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been forcing there. 6.5 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. Symes judged it best. Took a nice mark on the juggle. Jaden Symes sees something across towards half forward, but he's been for St Mary. 16 and a half minutes gone. Total Tools time clock in this third quarter. A high ball to half back. Conway front position. No. What a fairy tale return it would be.
This is it, really. What have we gone? 23, yes.
Approaching 24 minutes gone. Total Tools time clock. He's kicked 2 goals for this afternoon, Paddy Dowling. Man on the mark, 35. He kicks from 40. He drives it. He doesn't have the carry. Mark in the goal square. Paid, yes. Mark to St Mary's. The grab taken in the goal square, basically, by Akarachi. And he should put St Mary's back in front. Jono Akarachi standing tall in the pack. Lang's come from the ground. We'll get to you in a moment, Buzz, for St John of God. Jono Akarachi. 4 goals this year. This for his 5th and a St Mary's lead, and he drives it through. St Mary's are in front, but there's still time to play. 24 and a half gone. Akarachi, the unlikely marking target, kicks the goal. 9-8-62. West 8-10-58 final quarter. APCO K-Rock scoreboard.
He munged the kick, Dowling, didn't he? It should have been a lot, defended a lot better than that.
But did Akarachi's kick set the goal umpire a bit of a task too, didn't he?
Well,
he ran a long way.
He ran a long way, and I think he's kicked it as far as he possibly could.
So back to the middle. St Mary's with the lead again.
They have to win this clearance if they're going to win this game, West.
25 played. Final term. Total Tools. Time clock. 4 points of difference. Umpire has the ball for Jaden Symes. And for Nick Knott, who go up, and Knott gets it down. He might be able to kick it off the ground. In fact, out of mid-air, he can. Knott towards Collins for Geelong West, who takes the mark inside. Defensive 50. High kick out wide. Handley. Eastman across there as well. Might sit for Handley. Can get away on centre wing. Drive it long inside 50. Moi from behind. Zach Sherman across the front, and took a great saving mark for St Mary's in the last line of defence.
Sherman called to play on, goes short. Mick Barnes back on the ground. That's Tommy Lang, just very quickly, Buzz, for St John of God.
Yeah, right ankle and straight to the rooms, Kingy.
Thank you for that. It's late in the game, so it's not going to be a factor, but you blow maybe down the track. Long ball to the wing through the hands of Conway. Ball out the back. Maybe held without. It was Brad Wood. Batson was there. Socket off the ground towards forward 50 for St Mary's. Akarachi, the goal kicker, tracking it in front of Bannister, and it's out of play for a boundary throw-in. 26 and a quarter minutes gone. Total Tools time clock final term. St Mary's by 4. An absolute cracker here at Anthony Costa Oval. Hope you've enjoyed it on K-Rock Football and through the AFL Bowen Facebook live stream. Front position, Symes from behind, not Roving Little, who put the Giants in front earlier. Eastman had to play spoiler. McMahon off the ground. Ball's now hacked forward by Orgarinos inside 50. Conway comes up and marks on the chest. And he's been told to settle it down. He's going to kick short into the pocket. And all alone is Jack Blood, and he'll use his experience. Even though playing just game 58, he knows what it's about, Jack Blood, to use most of the clock and maybe put this one to bed. You would think a goal here will be enough for the Saints to stay unbeaten.
Good Ash, let's get this set up.
Best result, probably a point. Tell you what, he's pushed off a run-up that hasn't been seen in this precinct since Mark Carson. Or Trent Wallery's used to push back for the Geelong Cats in the district cricket. He'll kick from 47. It's an absolute mung floater. Front position, Orgarinos couldn't mark. Akarachi across the face has rolled it out of bounds for a boundary throw in. So they really have to roll the dice here, Kirsch, for Wilson's Real Estate, Geelong West. You might as well try to win the game rather than save it.
Absolutely.
4 points. You'd rather get beaten by 10 than try to win the game.
Yeah, corridor options as much as you can. Just get it down there as quick as we can.
Boundary throw in. Akarachi can't pick it up. Now it falls to the back. Now they high kick from Geelong West towards the point of the square at half back. Comes to the front. Shannon to Benson. Back towards the forward pocket. Dowling in the pocket takes the mark. And you can hear the call. Goals. I don't think Paddy will do anything else, really. But
He's certainly not passing it.
2 goals for his tally this afternoon. He's in the left forward pocket, city end of the ground. And there is the siren. So won by 4, 5, or possibly 10.
4, 5 or 10.
4, 5 or 10. So he's in the left forward pocket about 30 metres out. He's on the boundary line. He comes in with the left foot and he has just scraped it in for a behind. 2 goals, 5, his personal tally. And they've won by 5, St Mary's, 9-9-63. They have defeated Geelong West 8-10-58.